Block content. What's happening, my block buddies? Welcome to a new episode of Blocked Content. My name is Callum, and this is your content for today. So it looks like rumors are abound for Yoshi in Super Mario Odyssey. A lot of people are talking about this. Everyone's got their own theory. Everyone's got their own idea of why this beautiful creature should be in the game. And today we actually theorize what his role could be in the game. And remember that you can be the comment question winner. Your comment will appear in our next video. So if you have a funny or amazing comment, just put it down below. Just subscribe to my channel, click that bell, and leave a comment on this video. You can also support block content on my Patreon at the end of this video to decide what the next video will be. So let's do this together, you guys. Today's comment question is, drumroll, what do you think Yoshi's role will be in Super Mario Odyssey? Alright, there's obviously a lot to go about here, so let's just get into this. Yoshi, one of my favorite characters in the Super Mario lore. My all-time favorite has to be Mario. That's just some trivia for you guys. Yoshi is a mainstay in the Mario series, and even in the 3D Mario games, he's been prominent. He's been featured in a lot of them, actually, and he's been a partner to Mario in a lot of these games, and he's been a playable character in a lot of these as well. So why should he not appear in what looks to be the greatest, the biggest, the most amazing Mario game to date? Why would that character not appear in it? I'm very curious what you guys think. I mean, we already, in the gameplay footage so far, have seen so many characters in Super Mario Odyssey that we were like, wow, that character is in there? That is insane. I mean, just think of characters returning, like maybe talking some Donkey Kong, maybe we're talking some Pauline. I mean, we don't know for sure if Donkey Kong is in the game, but there are a lot of hints that he might be. And we've already theorized about that in a previous video, so check that out. But to me, it's this weird thing where if Yoshi was in the game, then what would his role be, and would it clash with the idea of what Super Mario Odyssey is at its core? And that's, of course, the Cappy mechanic and, you know, taking over, capturing other characters. And as far as Yoshi goes, I mean, Yoshi is, you know, inherently that to Mario. He is a new ability, a new play style to Mario. So I don't think that would really fit all that much. I mean, we already have a character like Glydon. And I don't know if you guys have seen footage of this guy, but Glydon is this character that was in the Direct that was, you know, this month, and it was really fun to see. It was like an orange, sort of flying Yoshi-like creature with a big wide mouth, and Mario could capture it, and it'd have Mario's shoes and Mario's mustache and Mario's cap, and you could, you know, fly over entire areas. We saw him being used in the Lake Kingdom, or at least that purple poisonous kingdom that we've seen in that Direct and not seen all that much of since. But it looks a lot like Yoshi, and we've also seen it happen in the Seaside Kingdom. So I'm really curious what this character could have in common with Yoshi, but it kind of looks the part, right? I mean, Yoshi can flutter jump, and this guy can fly. It kind of feels like a sort of Yoshi character. What if Mario just throws Cappy to Yoshi? What would happen then? Would Yoshi wear the cap and have a mustache, and then you'd be able to flutter jump? I don't see that happening at all. I mean, even Dory, a character that we know from Super Mario 64, those, you know, underwater creatures, kind of like Plessy in Super Mario 3D World. Even that character is playing a part in Super Mario Odyssey as well, and they look a lot like Yoshi too, you know, in the face, the kind of dinosaur creature. They actually play the part of crazy cap stores in the Seaside Kingdom. So you have the yellow version and the purple version, all of course for the golden coins and the regional coins as well. So they act as different stores, and they are in different parts of the Seaside Kingdom, which I thought was really amazing. But still no sign of Yoshi there, but still, I think with Glydon and with these Dory creatures, it's similar, right? And that's what is kind of freaking me out a little bit. Yoshi has, of course, been in mainline 3D Mario adventures, not just the new Super Mario Bros. Wii and all that kind of stuff, not just the party games, but he has been in these prominent big titles, and that makes me think that Yoshi does have a big chance to appear in this game. And I really want him to, because, you know, it's a celebration. It's this big trek around the world, even if it would just be for the wedding. Yoshi in a very cute kind of wedding uniform. Maybe he brings out the ring, right? That's what dogs usually do in that kind of scenario. So maybe Yoshi has that kind of a role. But I think that Yoshi overall has a big chance to appear here, simply because he was in a lot of these 3D mainline adventures. just think of that very first 3D adventure, which was, of course, Super Mario 64. And where was Yoshi? Of course, he was on the top of Princess Peach's castle. After you beat the game, you unlock the cannon, and you could shoot up on the castle, and there he was, Yoshi, in all its glory, talking to you in a voice which was really weird, just to see text that was like, oh, he can speak, that's strange. He had this kind of lanky appearance that they took to Super Smash Bros. For the 64 as well, and that kind of transformed into the more chibi-like small Yoshi that we now see. And I really loved that as like a little hint to, hey, they had their adventures in Super Mario World, and now he's transformed to 3D as well. And I really love that little hint. So we know now that Princess Peach's castle, and you know where I'm going with this, you guys, that Princess Peach's castle is also in Super Mario Odyssey. We know that. We've done a video about it yesterday. Go check that out because there's a lot of cool theories in there. But I mean, that just begs the question, if you could be on that rooftop, would that crazy little guy be waiting over there? I am so curious if they would do something like this, because, you know, effectively, this happened also in Super Mario 64 DS, where Yoshi was sleeping on top of the castle, and it was really cute to see, because it was like, oh, that's just his little place over there. So if that's established to be like Yoshi's like resting hideout place in the Mushroom Kingdom, and not just on Yoshi's Island, which presumably is a different island in the world map, then that could definitely be the place where we encounter the little creature. So that would be really cool. And I mean, he was not just on top of the castle, but he was also in the next game in the series, which was Super Mario Sunshine. And that was, of course, a direct sequel. I don't know in timeline, but definitely came out as the next Super Mario 64. And a lot of people wanted to have Yoshi in gameplay. Now, we didn't play as Yoshi, but Yoshi was in the game and he was rideable, so which effectively meant you play as him, right? Something like that. So Mario rides Yoshi. He was able to gush out some water out of his mouth. It was this really weird substance that you could use to like demolish these sort of weird curtains that appeared in the world. It was a weird mechanic. You could kind of barf out stuff. That was strange to see, but it was a lot of fun. Different colored Yoshis depending on what kind of fruits you eat, and that was a lot of fun as well. But there was nothing really that much more that Yoshi did in that game. And then it was a little while after, because we got Super Mario Galaxy 1. And that game was fun. That game was amazing for its time, and it did a lot of things really well. Yoshi was not in there playable. Yoshi was only appearing as a player icon. So you could choose your save game, and you could, you know, there was Yoshi's 3D face all modeled up, and it looked amazing. You were like, where is this dude in the game? And then we got Super Mario Galaxy 2, which prominently featured Yoshi, which made me really happy because I'm a big Yoshi fan, one of my favorite characters in the Mario universe, and a lot of cool power-ups with Yoshi, like the balloon Yoshi that could float up, and with gusts of wind, and of course the hot pepper Yoshi, which could run up walls. Stuff like that was really fun to see. New mechanics for Yoshi and its colors. Now, then something weird happened, because Yoshi was not to be found in Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS, and he was also not in Super Mario 3D World. Plessy was a kind of bigger version of Yoshi, but Yoshi was not playable in this game, which I always thought was weird. I mean, Rosalina and Toad got in before Yoshi, which is really weird. I mean, I know Toad is, of course, meant to be there because it was kind of a Super Mario Bros. 2 eye wink, but still, I mean, where was our Yoshi with Flutter Jump? That could have been something, but he was not in there. Like I mentioned before, he was in Super Mario 64 DS as well, which is kind of a detour for the mainline games, I guess, and he was actually the main character of that game. So in terms of mainline 3D games, that's a big deal to be the main character of one. So Yoshi is definitely a big player in that field, and he was also playable in the new game, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which of course appears on the Switch, and Yoshi's a playable character in that. There's even a Yoshi Rabbit in that. So Nintendo loves this guy, and it would be really weird if he didn't appear in their next, you know, in the biggest 3D Mario game of all time, you know, likely to be a contender for Game of the Year this year. His role in Super Mario Odyssey could be maybe on top of Princess Peach's castle, maybe inside of Princess Peach's castle, maybe you talk to him in the room with the paintings that we theorized before that warp you to the different zones. Maybe there's a new element to him. Maybe he is in the game and he's, you know, simply not revealed yet, and they want to reveal that in maybe an upcoming direct or something like that, a trailer. Maybe he's rideable like in Super Mario Galaxy 2, but I don't think so. Probably not. I think the Cappy mechanic is capturing. I think there's no need for something like Yoshi because you already have these things. But I do think that it's kind of weird that you had these things like power-up flowers that give you a jet boost like Flood. I mean, that could have just been a jet enemy that you kind of possess, right? So that's really weird. So no need for Yoshi in my eyes, even though I love the character. But maybe it could be DLC. You know, maybe it could be add-on content that, you know, later maybe you can play as Yoshi or something like that. Kind of like I think that Super Mario Galaxy 2 should have been or could have been if it was released in this time where DLC is so prominent. So I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on Yoshi because I'm at kind of odds over here. I don't really know if that guy is going to appear in the game or not, and I really want to know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts below, so comment below, and also you could be featured, of course, in our next video. Just answer the comment question of today, and of course, our comment question today is, what do you think Yoshi's role is in Super Mario Odyssey? As for the previous comment question, our answer comes to us from user Dave Chapo, and he reads, I think there are going to be the same rooms as in Super Mario 64 and also the paintings, but you can't jump inside the paintings. There should also be decoration of what every Peach castle has. Stairs, duh. I don't think that the castle is going to be super important because it's probably not going to have what other kingdoms have, like a lot of people and power moons. I think it's just going to be for exploring. Hope you like the theory. I love your videos. You deserve much more subscribers. Keep up the good work. Have a good day. So thank you so much, Dave Chapo. It's awesome to read comments like these. Have a good one. And yeah, thank you for your theory. That was a lot of fun to read through. So you guys, thank you so much for sending in all your comments. They're a lot of fun to read through, and I read them all. I do that, and I like, you know, most of them. And if there are cool theories, I will feature them in the next video, and I might even take hints from them. So you can also decide what I make a video about next, because we're, of course, on Patreon. So if you want to support the channel and maybe become a part of the show, create it together with me, there are a lot of cool rewards on there, like getting the episodes a day early, or getting your own videos commissioned, or a Skype call with me, or exclusive content, behind-the-scenes stuff. So that is a great way to get more of Block content, more of what you love. And remember that if you're not already a subscriber to Block content, you can become a part of our family. Just click that subscribe button, hit the bell, and all that news and fun that you care about will be delivered daily to you. I really make a point about it to create videos daily. I love doing it, you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked content. See ya.